Hi people, welcome to the channel Clean Drill. It's an advanced training program on clinical trial management and pharmacovigilance. In this lecture, I will teach you the basic terminologies of clinical trial according to ICH GCP guideline. I hope you all know what is the ICH and what is GCP. ICH GCP. If you don't know, let me know you. ICH is International Council of Harmonization, and it is first started by the Europe, and GCP is the Good Clinical Practices. See, this is my first video and I will give you the brief introduction about ICH GCP in my upcoming videos. Okay. So first term is the adverse drug reaction. Here it is written that all the noxious and unintended responses to medicinal product related to any dose should be considered the adverse drug reaction. See, why I am teaching you this, and what is the need of basic terminology according to the ICH GCP guideline, why it is important according to the ICH GCP, why only according to the ICH GCP. This is because most of the interviewer have asked what that define adverse drug reaction according to the ICH GCP. Okay, so sometimes interviewer will ask. Okay, so that's why I am teaching you according to the ICH GCP guideline, and this is very important. See, here whatever I am explaining here is very important for your interview. Okay, next is the adverse event. Adverse event is any unfavorable and unintended sign, response, any symptoms or disease temporarily associated with the use of medicinal product. See, what happened in the clinical trial? Investigator give an investigational product to the trial subject, and his or her body, after taking the medicinal product or after taking any investigational product, his or her body starts showing some responses, starts showing some symptoms or disease which is temporary. So all these things are under the adverse event. All these things are event. Okay, which we sometimes which we not thought of it, which do not have thought of it. So all these things are adverse event. Third is the applicable regulatory requirement. Applicable regulatory requirement during the clinical trial, we have to take a permission before initiation of the study. Okay, and we have to follow some law and regulation. So for conducting a clinical trial, we have to follow some law and regulation, and that is the applicable regulatory requirements. Okay, then approval. As I said already that for conducting a clinical trial, we need to take approval, and all the regulatory authorities and higher institution and good clinical practices and applicable regulatory requirement, all these approvals should be under the constraint set forth by the IRB institution. Because in clinical trial we have to follow some rules and regulations, and if we don't follow that rule, so what will happen? They will just simply cancel, or they will just simply regulatory or institutional review board or authorities, what will they do? They will just simply cancel our study. Okay, they will just simply cancel the study. So before initiation we have to take approval. Audit, a systematic and independent examination of trial related activities and documents to determine whether the evaluated trial related activities were conducted and data were recorded, analyzed and accurately reported according to the Protocol. Protocol is is a document. Okay, is a document in which how to conduct the trial and what is needed according in the clinical trial. All is given in the protocol, and we have to follow the protocol or SOPs, is sponsor standard operating procedures, good clinical practices, applicable regulatory requirement. So the clinical trial activities should be under the compliance of all these things. Okay, and after the clinical trial, after the study is terminated and after the trial is completed, audit takes place. Systematic. And what is the audit is a systematic and independent examination. What they audit, they just simply check whether um, all the things happened in the clinical trial is according to the protocol, according to the sponsors SOPs and good clinical practice and applicable regulatory requirement. They were just check whether the data is recorded according to the protocol, whether the activities were conducted according to the protocol, whether the activities or data are recorded or analyzed according to the protocol or accurately reported in the document. All these things are done by the auditors. Next is the audit certificate. It is simply an certificate what auditor um, gives to the site that audit has taken place, and all all things, all everything is in under the compliance. Okay. Audit report. What is the audit report? Written evaluation by the sponsor auditor of the result of audit. An audit trail is the documentation that allows the reconstruction of course of event, like something happened, something discrepancies found during the some discrepancies found during auditing. So what will happen, we have to do that thing only, the whole trial, the whole work. We have to do the whole work again. If we found anything, if the auditor will found anything wrong, if auditor will found anything is not under the compliance, the document, if any kind of discrepancies in the document, so what they will do, they will just simply do the whole thing, they will just simply do the whole thing again. Okay. Blinding and masking. What is the blinding and masking? So it's a processes in which one or more parties to the trial are kept unaware of the treatment assignment. So the parties means here, the parties are investigators, CROs and the sponsors and the trial subject. All the pupils involved in the clinical trial here are called parties, and all these peoples are kept unaware of treatment assignment. It's called blinding and masking. What happened in the single blinding? In single blinding, only subject unaware. Okay, there we don't, in clinical trial we don't expose the subject identity. We don't expose the subject identity, and a unique identification number is given to the subject, has given to the subject. So we make the confidentiality of the subject identity. And in the double blinding, the subject, investigator, monitor, data analyst are unaware. What is they don't know what IP, what kind of IP what kind of IP is given to that subject. Okay. And in single blinding, only subject, trial subject, only trial subject are were unaware. Okay, understand? Single blinding, only subject are unaware, and in double blinding, the subject, investigator, monitor, data analyst are unaware that what investigational product are given to the during the trial. Then case report form. A case report form is a printed optical. See, I got remember. Case report form is very important for the trial. For the trial purpose, you according to the trial, the case report form is very important. Okay, a printed optical or electronic document designed to record all of the protocol required information to be reported to the sponsor on each trial subject. See, it's a document. It can be the printed document, it can be the optical document, it can be the electronic document. Okay, that it is a document which record all the protocol required. Means um, everything in the case report form should be according to the protocol. Okay, and all these things are reported to the sponsor on after the each trial subject. Then is the clinical trial. Basic, very basic. Clinical trial any investigation in human subject intended to discover or verify the clinical, pharmacological, pharmacodynamic effects of investigational product, to identify the adverse reaction of investigational product. See, this is the main reason why okay, why we are doing the clinical trial, to check the adverse drug reaction, how is the drug is absorbing in our body, how is excreting, what is the metabolism distribution, and what is the safety, efficacy, how much is the drug is effective, how it is reacting to our body, to the patient body, how it will react to the patient body. Okay, so in this clinical trial we just checked all these things. So any investigation in human subject. And what is the non-clinical trial? Any investigation on animal subject. If trial is conducting in human subject is a clinical trial, if trial is conducting in animal subject is non-clinical or trial or non-clinical study. Then clinical study report. After doing a clinical trial, after completion of clinical trial, we make a report, and this is in which the written description of trial study of any therapeutic and prophylactic diagnostic agent is given there, over there. Then comparator is an investigational or marked product or marketed product or placebo used as a reference in clinical trials. So before giving these comparator is the marketed or investigational product which is given to the trial subject, which is given to the trial subject before initiating the trial of actual investigational product, to check the psychology. Because sometimes if you are not having a fever but your psychological problem, but sometimes what happen, if your leg is paining, okay, what happened, sometimes if your leg is paining and doctor give you nothing, just an antibiotic, they gave you just antibiotic only, not for not that's not for pain. Okay, so what happened that time, your psychology says you will just take that antibiotic and you feel like your pain is gone. So this is the psychological thing, this is a psychology of patient. Okay, just to check the psychology of patient before testing in the actual investigational product or actual drug, investigator gives a placebo to the subject. Then compliance, already said, adherence to all the trial GCP requirements and applicable regulatory requirements. Okay, confidentiality, as I have already said this in the previous slide, that confidentiality should be maintain. We cannot expose the subject identity. So prevention of disclosure to other than authorized individual. Only individual who is taking part in the in the trial, and the investigator will know would know only. Okay, then the contract are written, dated, and the signed agreement between two or more in parties. See, um, we have to make a contract for conducting a trial. Okay, so in the contract it is written that a written and a dated and the signed agreement between the two or more involved parties. Okay, uh, okay, that's it. And contract research organization, what is the contract research organization? It's an person or organization contracted by sponsor. So a sponsor contacted the research organization, this research organization, and to perform the trial related activities. Okay, so where the it's a place where actually the trial is going on is the contract research organization. Okay, then direct access is only authorized person. Okay, only authorized person are applicable to access the documents, and this is called the direct access. Any party with the direct access should take all the reasonable precaution within the constraint. Some of the authorized individuals are only responsible for accessing the documents. Okay, so this is the direct access. Then documentation, all the records in any form that describe or record the method, conduct, and result of trial. So after conducting the trial, and not only after the trial, as the trial initiation, as soon as the trial initiates, and from the starting of the trial, we have to make the records of each and everything. Okay, and all these records should be in a precise manner, should be in a should be contained in a should be documented well. Okay, so all the records in any form that describes or record the method, conduct, and result of the trial. So all these documents should be well maintained. Okay, that's so that's it. That's all about the basic terminology, and it has not ended here. I will make more videos on the basic terminology, and drop your question if you have any in the comment box. Let me know if I did well or not, and please make sure that you will subscribe to my channel. You will press the bell icon so that every time I will upload the video, you will get the notification. And please do comment in the comment box, because it will motivate me to make more videos. So please do this for me, and share to your friends also, so that they will know that this kind of thing is happening on YouTube. So that's all for the day, and I will make more videos in the clinical trial, and it's not all it's not all in this is not all in basic terminology. We have more terminology, and I will make sure you that I will make a video on others terminology also. So please like, comment, and share my videos. Okay, bye bye, thank you.